urbanization chapter into two parts, right? So in third part, I mean today, I will explain, in previous video I will explain about the causes of the urbanization and all. So today I will explain about the impact of urbanization. What is impact? Impact of urbanization. What are the different impact of the urbanization? It's also divided into two parts. Sorry. Positive impact and negative impact. So in last videos I explained about the causes of the urbanization. So what is the major causes of the urbanization is the migration, right? If you check out the last videos, you have the knowledge about the what is urbanization and all, how it's happened and all. So main causes of the urbanization is the migration, right? So it has the two impact, positive impact as well as the negative impact. So what are the positive impact? So what are the positive impact? Where the pupil where the pupil is associated, or the where the pupil are moving from one place to another place. I mean the receiver region. This is the receiver region. Receiver region has different positive impact. What are the different positive impact? Right, the amenity system are highly accumulated. Right. Number two is the development of IT companies, offices, health services, cultural services, right? These are the different development positive impact. Number three is in respect of the positive impact, the employment rate should be high over the receiver region. And what about the fourth? New employment sector will be developed. Right? So these are the positive impact of the urbanization process. And what about the negative urbanization impact? The first one, the city become crowded. Right? The city become crowded because the accumulation of the high population, it's becomes the crowded. Number two, the city become congested. Right? City become congested. What are the major causes of the cities become congested? Right? The lot of people live in a small place, so it's become congested. The population rate is high over the region. And what about the number four? The pollution rate. Pollution rate should be high over the region. So what are the main causes of that number four? Because if the population rate is high over that place, so the emission of the carbon dioxide, the sulfur dioxide is high, so it's result the pollution effect. So what are the examples of the pollution of that place? Like water pollution, air pollution, noise pollution. There are several pollution which is results. because of the migration process and for the negative impact of the urbanization process, right? So in next I will discuss about two cities which is included under the urbanization process. So that is the first part, and next part is there are two type of cities which is also included in the urbanization process. That first one is the smart city, satellite city. What is smart city? In smart city, the whole city is highly connected with the network, I mean the accessibility and connectivity, and with the highly broadband connection and the online connection. So this is bounded by highly accessibility and connectivity, like high speed internet service. So in that type of city, the major work is done by the online process, like so online process is very famous in smart city. So what are the example of the smart city? If you consider India, Indian government also launched some few smart cities in Pune, Hyderabad. These all cities are including the smart city. And what about the satellite city? In this portion, the whole city is not situated in the particular the particular metropolitan area. It's just I will make a short drawing. It helps to understand. Okay. If you consider the Kolkata map looks like in that shape. So in that portion the Hooghly river is crossed over, and the Kolkata region is divided into several blocks and the several wards, right? So it's divided into several blocks. I will make a rough blocks. Right? So these are the blocks. Okay. So you all know that you know that the term of the Salt Lake City, Salt Lake City, which is situated in the eastern part of the Kolkata, right? So Salt Lake City is the example of the satellite city. So what are the features included in the Salt Lake City? Like if you considered 10 years before from that from our time, so you see that the major offices or the major buildings which are situated in the central part of the Kolkata, I mean the Boro Bazar or the Bibali Bagh area. So this is the central portion of the Kolkata. Just assume that this is the central portion of the Kolkata, and main offices, main buildings are situated over that place. But if you consider last 2 to 3 years or last 5 years, you see that the main buildings or the major offices are shift from that place to the Salt Lake City. It shifts from the Boro Bazar area to the Salt Lake City, because in Salt Lake City there is a high plain land, and the residential area is very high in that portion. The amenities or the internet facilities or the different cultural facilities or the accessibility connectivity is very good in that city. So, and not with that, but also there is a one reason, like the place portion or the plain land portion is very high in satellite city. So what do you mean about that? Like in satellite city, where the city is situated, it has a lot of plain place. So if you have a plain place, you utilize that place in various way. Like if you want, you make a building or you establish a office. There are several uses. If you have a plain land, so it has a wide range of the plain land. So that's why the main offices and the buildings are shift from metropolitan area to the Salt Lake City. So that kind of the city is known as a satellite city. Okay. So Salt Lake is the main example of the satellite city, right? So I think it's clear to all of you. If you have any questions from that chapter, you can call me, or